Welcome to the Manchild Chronicles podcast, where four friends talk entertainment, fatherhood, and sports, all with sarcasm, comedic timing, and a healthy dose of toxic masculinity. Let's welcome our hosts, Ryan, John, Mike, and Jay. Growing up never took so long.
Welcome in, cronies, to the Manchild Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, here with my three best friends, Michael, John, and Jay. Tonight, we're going to play Two Truths and a Lie, and we are going to do the top 10 WrestleMania moments of all time. Cronies, it is one of our favorite weekends of the year, WrestleMania. Hopefully you're all watching it tonight. It's going to be epic. I'm excited for it.
Best time of the year.
And Michael.
I really feel like I should have dressed up as a wrestler today. I wasn't even thinking about it.
For the love of God, keep your shirt on.
Harry thinks he is looking like Hulk Hogan, but he's the principal off of Billy Madison.
Yeah. That would be it.
And our good buddy Michael is at WrestleMania. Because
pretty
of
great.
the Wrestle Chat podcast.
It's pretty great.
Great podcast of wrestling if you want to listen to it on any of your favorite listening platforms. Hosted by the Ant-Man himself. The guy who does all our intros for us.
Good guy, that Ant-Man.
Well, I do want to talk about a couple of movies that I have seen recently.
Okay.
First one, me, Jay, and Michael went to Dune 2, and that movie was freaking fantastic. First time I watched Dune, I did not like it. I did not get it. I watched the whole thing, and I was confused the whole time. And then Jay, after it was a few episodes ago, after the show, had to explain it to me like I was 5, and I rewatched it, and boy, was it good! And then we went to the movie, and boy, was the second one was even better.
Oh,
so good,
so good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all the Dune buckets were out, so we were able to watch the movie in its entirety without having to go to the bathroom several times.
Terrible.
I was going to go
Terrible
say
news.
Madam Web with my Dune bucket, but they were out. So.
What if they replace like the glory hole in the restaurant as just a dune bucket now?
John.
The Dune bucket.
Knock for the dune bucket.
So that movie, if anybody's seen the first Dune, or if you haven't seen either of them, I highly recommend you watch both of them. If you have no idea what's going on, ask somebody that knows and have them explain to you. It's way better. Because it kind of just...
Set aside your weekend.
Yes. Set aside your weekend.
I'll
I
tell
did
you
that
what.
back in the day with Lord of the Rings, a whole weekend
Yep.
of it.
I'll tell you what. I think the thing that was most impressive was... I think the willingness to tell the story regardless of how long it took. Because, I mean, it's essentially two individual 2 to 2.5 to 3 hour movies. So it's like 5 to 6 hours of movie. But it's hard to get past the first one because it's very slow. It's setting everything up. It's explaining everything to you. But, man, that second movie rolls in. And it rolls in strong. It's an absolutely beautiful looking movie. I mean, so different than a lot of things that we see. I'm not going to say the word because I know you guys are waiting for me to say the word. I'm not going to say the word.
Just say it.
The camera work in the
cinematography.
movie. The camera work in the movie was fantastic. Great acting. This up and comer Shalamatani. He's pretty
Damon
good.
2.0.
Matt Damon 2.0. He's got something, and even though he's been around for a while, it seems like he was popular before, but it seems like he's really catching fire now with some of these roles that he's doing between Dune and Wonka. And was he didn't he get a nod for, was it Beautiful Boy or something like that? Was that him or was that somebody else?
I don't know what that is, but if you're describing Chalamet, yes. Yes, he is a beautiful boy.
That was that movie with Steve Carell about the
I think you got a nom for Call Me by Your Name. So if you really like Chalamet, watch that one.
Okay. All right.
Jay, you recently watched Wonka. You seem to be very impressed with that movie.
I
You
did.
even dubbed it better than the original. Hot take.
Hot take, I know. But listen, I'm going to tell you this. If you're going to watch Wonka, if you haven't seen it yet, watch the original 1971 version, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Mr. Gene Wilder. I'm telling you, because we watched that movie quickly after we watched Wonka, and I still love it. It is still so magical. It's so funny. And Gene Wilder, he's so quirky. He's got these piercing blue eyes, and I just absolutely love his character. And Timothy Chalamet playing the younger version, I think he nailed the character Willy Wonka. If you're watching him as that young adult when he wants to start off making the chocolate. And I just loved the movie. I loved the storyline. I loved the music. It touched all of the nostalgia buttons for me. My heart leapt out of its chest when he started singing Pure Imagination. Like
Your heart has its own chest?
I'm telling you, that Wonka movie was special. Mike, I didn't hear what you said, so I couldn't laugh. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
There was no need to laugh at that joke, but that's fine.
It was really good. Brian, did you not love it?
I thought it was. You said it was better. When you said it was better than the first, it was like 10:30 at night, and I'm like, that. I'm watching it. If Jace thinks this is better than the first, because I love that first one. Like, I'll still watch it like once every year or two, and I watched it. It was good. I don't think it's as good as the first, but it is definitely did the Johnny Depp one. I mean, that's like the female cast of the Ghostbusters.
You forgot Ryan doesn't have a heart, Jay, so the heartfelt moments aren't felt during the movie.
Oh,
I did like it. Now, did I send you guys that video of Gene Wilder on his one request when he did Willy Wonka?
no.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you did, I didn't watch it.
John watched it. So when he read the script, he had one thing he wanted to change, and he wouldn't do the movie unless they let him. And that's when he got his cane stuck, when he walked out like he was an old man and crippled.
Okay, yeah.
And he got his cane stuck, and he did that flip. He thought it was very, very important to the plot for people that couldn't tell if he was lying or being truthful the whole time. And he thought if he did something like that, no one ever really know if he was lying or telling the truth.
I see.
So that was pretty interesting.
To me, I don't think Wonka is really a prequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I honestly think this is a whole different retelling of the Wonka story. And it's probably going to be its own series with the popularity that it's been. Because if you look at the two characters, I mean, unless they're going to tell them more stories, when you look at Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka, he's a recluse living in the factory. He doesn't go out in public. He's not very excited about life.
But they explained that in the first movie. Like, I just watched Willy Wonka, and they talk about how there were spies that came to the factory and were trying to steal his secrets.
The grandpa worked there. Yeah.
And so he shut he shut the factory down, kicked everyone out, and then magically the factory started going again and producing more chocolate than before, and no one ever went in. Right, and then no one ever went in or went out, and so it was the big secret. I mean, I think as far as a prequel for the first one, that this movie nails it. Chalamet literally nails that Gene Wilder Wonka. To me, I think it's a total prequel. That's how they build it too. It was a prequel.
I think John's right though. They could build it into more movies because
I would love it if they did.
But I think it was a prequel as well. But
you get to Wonka 3, and it turns into like the Bourne Identity with people trying to steal chocolate. You got people dying in the factory. Like, espionage thrill. That'd be cool.
My kids really enjoyed the classic Wonka too, because like whenever the bad kids start running off and doing something, Gene Wilder just goes, "Oh no, don't stop!" Oh, and I had totally even forgotten about some of that. It's so witty and it's so funny. It's just it's good. Both movies. I don't know. I grew up watching Willy Wonka. And I haven't seen that in years. And so when I watched Wonka, it just touched all of the nostalgia buttons for me. And it was good. It was really good.
Speaking of nostalgia, the other movie I watched was Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And has anybody else seen that yet?
I have not.
Still okay. You did, John?
I watched it. Yep.
What was your thoughts on that?
I thought it was a good movie. I think the more you look at the movie, the more you see a lot of flaws with it, in all honesty. But overall, from a first watch, I thought it was enjoyable. Probably like a 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I think it's a good popcorn movie to go watch too. Yeah, if you look at like he just said, if you try dissecting it, there's a bunch of stuff like why would they do that, and this doesn't make sense. Why would they even go there? But it's entertaining, and when I watch movies, if I'm entertained, it goes in my favorites. So
I think how epic that villain was, and the potential of that villain, and the climax to the movie was just really too short. Like, it just felt like they focused way too much on like different subplots, and should have focused more on the actual villain itself.
yeah, I agree. Also, I do want to point out Ernie Hudson, believe it or not, is older than Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd.
Really?
And the dude is just ripped for how old he is.
He's got good genes.
He's
I just saw
78.
I just saw a picture of him, and his tricep in this picture with his arm right there is gigantic. Like it is.
See if I can pull it up.
Bill Murray looks like he's dead, and he's like 10 years. He's like almost 10 years younger than him. It's ridiculous. Has Bill Murray ever looked young? That's what I started trying to think back when he was on SNL.
No.
He looked old back then. He looked in his 40s, and he was in his 20s.
He's always looked old. You would think that maybe it would have the Steve Martin effect for him, but no, he just keeps aging. You age like a bag of cottage cheese.
Yeah. I did like this one, how the older Ghostbusters were in it a little more. Dan Aykroyd was in it quite a bit. He did very good, I thought. For him really not being in movies anymore, I thought he did very good in that movie.
I think that's the problem, too, is there's way too many characters. They were trying to all work together in the story, and, honestly, I would just rather than focus on, I feel like Paul Rudd's more of a secondary character than, like, a main character in the movie.
Oh, for sure,
like,
yeah.
How, you got a guy like Paul Rudd, he should be the star of the movie.
Doubling back to Ernie Hudson, let's take a look at this guy.
Good night.
Jeez, look at that.
78.
78. Jeez, I won't even live till I'm 78. Oh, my goodness.
They say it. Black don't crack. Look at that man. He is beautiful.
Wow. It's crazy. Crazy.
So anyways,
Speaking of Ernie Hudson, though, I think I read an article that he was only paid like $300 to $600 for the first Ghostbusters.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Like $300 to $600, which is insane. But worked out good for him.
yeah, I did.
Luckily, he didn't get in race cars. Another movie I watched was Ricky Stenicki. I don't know if any of you guys have watched that yet.
I watched that.
I have not watched it.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the first probably hour more than I enjoyed the second hour. I think it was a little long on the plot. Like when you first get John Cena, you're just laughing nonstop. But then once they start going with the plot, then it kind of got disinteresting for me.
See, I thought John Cena was like, you could have put almost William H. Macy maybe keep in there, but you could have replaced Efron and those other two guys.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody.
John Cena
was great in that movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed John Cena, but after the first hour, I was just kind of, I don't know, just lost the comedy, I guess, to me.
No, I enjoyed the whole thing. I liked it.
I was hoping for a not predictable ending somehow. Like, it felt like there was opportunity on the back half, to John's point, which is why I think it lost me. But the build-up to John Cena getting deep into the plot and all that type of thing, it was fine. It was obviously kind of a raunchy movie, but It was okay. I mean, the box office is pretty dry right now for stuff to watch, so I'm not going to turn down, something to watch. But I'd probably give it like a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I would agree with that. See, I thought where it was going to go, and I thought it was going to be really funny, was going to be like the fire marshal showing up to arrest him for the arson back when he was a kid, and then like all the stuff that they got in trouble for and blamed Stanicki on would like come back to bite John Cena and stuff like that. So I was really hoping for that payoff, and it never happened.
The movie that's now I don't know if any of us have seen it yet, but that new Godzilla X Kong movie came out and has horrible reviews. Critics hate it, and it's at like a 93 or 94% audience review. Like audience people love it, and I'm like, man, now it's fired me up. I want to see it, but I haven't got to see that one
80
yet.
million this weekend.
Yeah, 80 million. It's the same amount that Dune Part 2 did.
I'll let you know I'm going this week. I'll let you know how it is.
Are you okay?
My son is a huge Godzilla fan, so we're going.
See, I wanted to take my son yesterday, but my wife says it's PG-13, so I can't. But I know he would love it, and my daughter.
But they've watched the first one, John. I think if they've watched the first one, they can handle the next one.
That's what I thought.
I don't think they're fighting any mongoose in there. But let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Do you seek the attention and validation of your friends, potential lovers, and the general public? Well, I have the perfect solution for you. Official merch from Manchild Chronicles store. With this merch, you will successfully find best friends, lovers, and the admiration of people whose opinions you should not care about. Want to feel loved? Then buy Manchild Chronicles merch today at manchildchronicles.com. Manchild merch does not actually help people like or love you. Manchild merch is not responsible for personal or romantic relationships. See store for details. Not responsible for bear attacks.
Love the Manchild merch. I just wish they had it in my fat man size, but the guy who puts those sizes in there won't do it for me. Hey, let's play Two Truths and a Lie.
Brian,
We do have it.
Just so you know, we've been working with the children who sew together the shirts. They're gonna make you bigger ones, just so you know.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Two Truths and a Lie. Let's do it.
The truth is out there.
Whoa,
that was a really cool bumper.
What a stupid bumper.
That was awesome.
I love it. All right, cronies. Pretty simple
Mike,
game.
you never cease to amaze us.
We tell
love
two
you.
truths. We tell one lie. You got to figure out which one is the lie. I'll start off. I'm gonna go wrestling themed here today since it is WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, bring it on.
And we're gonna start with the immortal Hulk Hogan. Here we go.
That's a lie.
The dude's still alive. Tell me he's not immortal.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
It's on the roids.
I feel like Michael's going to know the answers to these. Maybe he won't, though. When Hogan began getting trained by then a legendary former wrestler, the wrestler broke his leg to test his commitment. Hogan came back to be trained once his leg was healed. Next.
I feel like that's a truth Hogan would tell. Let me tell you how.
Exactly.
Hogan, in his youth, was scouted by the Reds and Yankees as he was a top baseball prospect in high school. He once starred in a Saturday morning cartoon show, Rock and Roll Wrestling, where Hulk himself voiced 3 characters. Which one is the lie?
I think it's it's A or B. It would be
it's a
very strange
baseball.
for someone to intentionally break their leg. I'm going to go with B's the lie.
I'm going to go with B as well.
I'm going to say C. I don't think he voiced 3 characters.
The lie is C. Would you like to know who voiced Hulk Hogan in Rock and Roll Wrestling?
That would be Paul Heyman himself.
Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Raymond.
And Uncle Phil voiced the junkyard dog in that cartoon as well.
Nice.
Interesting. Very interesting.
You want me to
So
go again?
anyway, so
Or-
Hogan came up with his own backstory. They broke my leg to prove how committed I was.
You're not telling it, right? You're like, look here, brother. David, there I was wrestling, and they broke my leg.
Go, John.
Let's go. Truth number 1. We will never fully know the truth behind 9/11. Truth number 2. There is more to the Baltimore Bridge collapse than we know. Truth number 3. I'm 5'11" tall.
Oh my gosh.
Here
What
we go.
is it?
Okay, here we go. I'm going to go with, it's a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with C on that one.
I think I'm going to go with C, considering you shot past me when you were like 14.
What do you think, Mike?
C.
C is correct. That is the lie. I am 6'6" tall. The other two are the truth. Thank you.
Oh, there's, I don't even want to get into the conspiracies on that bridge, but boy, there's some good videos out there right now. Did you guys, I can't remember if we shared this together. I just saw the video of the ship they sped it up to show how its trajectory was.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that thing veered. It took a hard right into that bridge. I'm just saying. Mitch McConnell's relative. Black box missing.
Was it this last week before our last episode that they announced the info about the black box? Was that since our last episode?
That was
Yeah.
since our last
that was
episode.
since our last episode.
and the
hate
captain of that ship being related to Mitch McConnell. And
They were like, the ship was supposed to explode and it didn't.
yeah.
Crap.
Anyway,
All right. Brett.
anyway. I've been sending stuff through all week because I knew that Jay was like, come on, guys, and we're like, no, really, if you just look.
I just don't get it. I don't get what the point of this conspiracy is, but it's adding up that there's obviously more to it than what we know.
Because that's
I've told you what it is. It's a way to pass a bill through Congress, a federal spending bill to pay for the bridge, and then in the fine print, there's going to be like $100 billion for Ukraine. There's going to be $50 billion for gender studies in Pakistan. Like, there's going to be all kinds of random stuff so people can line their pockets.
It's also going
Anyway,
Okay, go ahead. We can go all day on this.
yeah.
I didn't understand, but you guys are winning me over.
Yep. All right. 2 truths and a lie. Number 1, when a male bee climaxes, his testicles explode, then he dies. Number 2,
Oh my God!
What a way to go.
the day after Thanksgiving is the busiest day of the year. It's called Brown Friday. Number 3, Bart Simpson's full name is Bartholomew C.C. Simpson.
So the bee thing is true? Like that? That is mind-blowing. I guess...
Wait, he said MLB?
Yeah.
Oh, he was buffering really bad, so all I heard was when a male climaxes.
John's sitting there going, oh my gosh.
I was like, wow, I've never climaxed before.
I guess I've never fully done that.
Yeah.
You just faked it all.
I'm going to go B.
Yeah, B, because it's not Brown Friday. I've never heard of that.
I don't think Bart Simpson's middle name is CC, so I'm going to go with C.
The correct answer is C. I don't know why it's called Brown Friday as well, but it is. That's a thing apparently somewhere. But Bart Simpson's full name is Bartholomew Jojo Simpson. I report, you decide.
Okay. Thank you for the report.
Eat my shorts.
Okay, here we go. Truth number 1. Beethoven continued to compose music even after he went completely deaf. Number 2, the shortest song ever recorded is called You Suffer by the British grindcore band Napalm Death. It only lasts for 1.3 seconds. Truth number 3, MTV debuted on August 1st, 1981, and the first music video ever played was In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
Seize the lie.
Seize a lie.
Everybody knows the first video they played.
What's the first video?
Radio killed the music. Radio killed the
Video
killed
the
the
radio,
star.
star.
Yeah, video. killed the
Wow,
radio
you
star.
guys know your MTV. Just so you know, during the first 24 hours, though, Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight played 5 times.
Whoa.
And it was one of the most, it was the most played video that day.
I learned another fun fact about MTV this week. You remember Total Request Live?
Oh yeah, TLR.
They completely made up the top 10 every day. There was no real reason. They just completely played. If there was a guest star on the show, their videos would always be more to the top. They just randomly played the videos. They had no idea what was going to be.
Are
top
you
10.
serious?
Yep.
I went through a stretch watching that show all the time.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. True Truth and Lie on WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan has main evented the most WrestleManias. Dusty Rhodes has the biggest losing streak at WrestleMania. RVD has the best undefeated record at Mania. And only one WrestleMania took place on a weekday.
So we've got 3 truths and a lie.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. 3 truths and 1 lie.
RVD,
Okay.
I guess, is the lie.
You're going to need to read them again.
Rob
Michael.
Van Dam.
Pay attention.
Say 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Number 1, Hulk Hogan has main evented the most WrestleManias. Number 2, Dusty Rhodes has the biggest non-win streak at WrestleMania. Number 3, RVD has the best undefeated record at Mania. And number 4, only one WrestleMania took place on a weekday.
Now do it again, but say truth 1, truth
Okay.
2.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Stop.
Number 1's a lie.
Number 3 is the lie.
I think he's doing something funny with the wording, but I think number 1's the lie.
Jay, you picked 2 different ones now. Are you picking the RVD or are you picking number 3?
You said RVD was the third one.
Oh, I did. You're right. The lie is Dusty Rhodes has the biggest non-win streak at WrestleMania. That's the
Yeah, I don't know about that Hulk Hogan thing, especially over
lie. I
the
looked
last
it up,
10
dude.
years.
8 WrestleManias he main evented. That's the most. There's 8 because they count the 7 would be tied, but they count the one where he came in and took the
So
title.
you're saying main event, he's
He's in the main event.
last match of the show?
Yes.
Okay. I can believe that then.
So RVD has a better undefeated streak than
He's 4-0.
The Undertaker.
4-0 is the best undefeated streak at WrestleMania.
See,
No,
I
but
told
the
you it
best
was a play.
streak was Undertaker with that.
But
like,
he's been
20
defeated.
Yeah,
It
he's
doesn't
been
matter.
defeated.
He had the best streak.
No,
He's
he's
saying
not
who has
undefeated
the
anymore. You got to be
current-
undefeated. 4-0 is the
current
best
undefeated
undefeated
streak.
streak.
See, you had to
Current-
say who has the
current
current undefeated
undefeated
streak.
streak.
RVD. It's the way you didn't say it that way.
What are
Okay.
you talking about? This is the only person.
Okay.
He has the best
All right, here
undefeated
we go.
record. It's a
Here we
record.
go.
He
There we
did
go.
say that.
You need
There
to
you
learn
go.
how to speak.
And for the
There you
record,
go.
What do you
for
think
the
a record is?
Roman Reigns is at 7 right now.
Yes, that's correct.
He'll get 8 this year.
Yes, it's not there yet. Not till
What
tomorrow
did he
night.
get?
Wait,
What
doesn't
did he get? 9?
Does he
I mean,
get 2?
Isn't he technically going to get
No,
9?
because WrestleMania. It's one WrestleMania. Just
Yeah,
because it's 2
yeah,
nights, there's only
that's
one
true.
WrestleMania.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
Truth number 1. There's more to the Kate Middleton thing than we actually know. Truth number 2. There is more to the JFK assassination than we actually know. Truth number 3. I am 5'11". No, I'm kidding. I'm completely joking.
Oh my
right.
gosh! Please.
Truth number 1. Charlie Sheen was offered the role for Chandler Bing but turned it down. Truth number 2. Vince Vaughn was a finalist for the cast of Friends to play the role of Joey. Truth number 3. George Miller's first choice to play Mad Max in Mad Max Fury Road was Eminem.
Boy, what a different friends that would have been. Jeez. Eminem, I can see.
I think it's the Charlie Sheen one. A.
I'm gonna go Vince Vaughn. B.
I'll cover the spread and go C.
The lie is Charlie Sheen for the role of Chandler Bing. That is the lie. But fun fact, Vince Vaughn was offered the role, not offered, but he was a finalist for the role of Joey, and Jon Favreau was a finalist for the role of Chandler Bing.
Wow.
Oh, that would have been fun. I just don't think Vince Vaughn could have done Joey justice. Maybe he could have. It would have been a totally different Joey.
It would have been a totally different Joey.
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
How you doing?
How you doing?
During World War II, the U.S. created a bomb that used live bats.
I believe it.
You
Number
said
2.
That's
live
how Batman
bats.
started. That's how Batman started.
Number 2, more than 1 million trees are planted each year by squirrels that bury nuts and forget to eat them.
Good job.
I've
Squirrels.
watched Ice Age. They just can't find them. Their squirrels are not that bright. They are
Number
not
3.
that smart.
Chorophobia is the fear of having a nightmare.
What's it called?
Chorophobia.
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 So you just wake up scared that you're going to have a nightmare?
You probably don't ever sleep. Man, you got to be... Oh,
I want to research that a little more.
research it right now so we can tell if that's a lie or not.
I'm going to go with number 1 as the lie, because I don't remember what it was.
I totally
bats.
believe they tried any kind of weapon they could, and I can see that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm going to go with number 1.
Okay, I'm going to go with number 3, Chorophobia.
I'll go with number 2 then.
The lie is chorophobia is actually the fear of having fun.
I thought it was going to be the fear of churros.
Gosh, I have...
I thought it was going to be cherubs.
I'm just so scared of those freaking
Churros.
cinnamon dipped tortillas. I'm just so scared of them, man. And those are fun. So chorophobia is the fear of churros. Thanks for educating us. Okay, here's some sports ones for you.
Okay, great.
Truth number 1. Golf balls were originally made of wood. Truth number 2. Cricket is the second most popular sport in the world after soccer. Truth number 3.
Football. You mean football?
Oh, after football. Truth number 3. The fastest recorded tennis serve was hit by Sam Groth at 163.7 miles per hour.
Let's say 3. Too descriptive.
I'm going to go number 1.
And to cover the spread, I will go number 2.
The lie is that cricket is the second most popular sport in the
I
world.
thought for sure it was.
It's actually the third most popular after football and basketball.
Oh, basketball.
Basketball.
Plays.
That must
Numbers
have
now
changed.
it's international. Yeah.
That must have changed.
When I was
mean?
a kid, it was cricket.
Mhm.
But isn't that nuts? The fastest recorded tennis serve, 163.7 miles per hour. How do you hit that?
Recorded. I mean, I hit it faster than that, but nobody recorded it.
All right, I got one more here, okay?
Okay.
All right. Truth number 1. The original time machine in the script for Back to the Future was a refrigerator. Truth number 2. The Silence of the Lambs was the first film to win all 5 major Academy Awards. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Screenplay. Truth number 3. The song You Oughta Know by Alanis Morissette is about a famous actor on the show Full House.
Number 2 is the lie.
I don't think I don't think they won all those awards. It's number 2.
Number 3's The Lie.
Number 2's Lie.
Cut it out.
The Lie is The Silence of the Lambs. It did win all those 5 major awards, but it was not the first one to ever do it. It Happens One Night and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest also swept all 5 major awards.
I did
before
not
The
know they
Silence of
won
the
that many
Lambs.
awards. Silence of the Lambs. Oh my god.
Is that considered a horror movie or is it thriller or drama?
It's definitely horror.
Both. Horror thriller.
It's definitely not considered a mongoose. I know that. Anyways, let's take another quick break and we'll be right back. Stick around. Mongoose. Okay, tonight,
That's an epic promo. Thank
The-
you, Wrestle Chat. Thank you, Ant-Man.
top 10 WrestleMania moments.
Let's
No
do it.
We got a bumper for that?
No, because you said we were just going to talk about it.
All right. All right.
Let's
All right,
do
we're
a
gonna
bumper
do.
real quick.
We're gonna
You were
do-
very specific.
Okay. We're going to do the top 10. We're going to debate it. I'm going to just go over my list, and then if we want to add to it, this will be fun. This will be fun. So,
So we need to explain to everybody what we're doing here. So this is a little bit different for us because we're not doing it in like a draft form or something like that. So Ryan, explain to everybody and me how this is going to work.
I can jump in too if you need me to.
well, we used to do a top 10, and we would just pick out, we just go in order. And we did a couple of those, and social media did not like them. A lot of criticism. So we're going to try a little something different. We're going to do a top 10, and we're going to debate on what should be the top 10. Jay, if you have any other explanation, go.
Yeah, so if you are a fan of the podcast, we did do this with the best movies of 2023. And so we have not talked about the list, meaning we're going into this fresh just like you, and we are going to suggest what should be in the top 10, and then we have to have a group vote that it actually makes it on the list. And so I'll be keeping track of all the picks we make, and we'll see if we all can agree. I'll tell you this, we did not agree on movies of 2023, and it was another freak out Jay moment where I almost walked off the set.
Well, you did walk off the set.
I think I did. I actually think I did. Yeah, that makes sense.
You did. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll start it off right here. Feel free to jump in with one if you have one. But obviously, one of the top ones, if not the top one, is Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant. The slam heard round the world.
WrestleMania
Is it-
3.
Is it the? No. Is it on the list? Yes.
I think it's the.
It's
I
not-
have that as the number one WrestleMania moment.
That
Nope.
kind of made WrestleMania. Anyways, okay.
Well,
All right.
are we voting? Is that on the list? Am I writing
It's
it
on the
down?
list.
Oh,
It's
it's
on the list.
It's
John, does it make the list?
I'm going to say no just because everybody's saying yes.
Oh my gosh. I can't remember how
John
how-
woke
how
up
are
and
the-
chose death
He's
today.
he's
folks.
outvoted.
He's outvoted. Okay.
Okay. Now this one to me is on the list.
Wait, do we stay with one person or do we go around the
Oh.
horn?
Yeah, let's go around.
Okay, I thought I was the only one that brought a list. That's why I was going over my list.
I will pull up my list that I
Oh,
took
very
a long
nice.
time to think about. And I will say, let's go with. I mean, I'm going to go with Undertaker and HBK. I don't know if we want to do all their matches or just the retirement match or
Just
how
the
we want to
moment.
specify it.
You gotta
But-
specify
You
a
got to
moment.
specify it. Which one?
I'm gonna go with Shawn Michaels' retirement match, then with Undertaker.
WrestleMania 26.
That
I would
doesn't.
say yes.
Is that making the top 10 WrestleMania moments?
That
I
doesn't
think it's
make
one
my.
of the
That
greatest
doesn't do it for me.
matches. I think it's one of the greatest matches.
I'm going to say no.
I'm
It is
not
one of
going to say no. I'm going to say maybe.
Well, if it's 2-2, it's in the maybe pile.
Yep, I'm going to go in the maybe pile.
Okay.
What's a better match than that match?
Oh, there's a lot better ones than that.
There's not.
Well, maybe, but
There's not.
for a moment, though. Okay, Mike, what do you got?
Well, I have to disclaimer everything. Obviously, to pick 10 moments out of 40 years of WrestleMania, something's going to get left off. So my list is just the big major moments that I pulled in. Taker retires Shawn was actually very high on my list. The first one that I will start with is Brock Lesnar breaks the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania 30.
You can't steal my pick.
You just did.
I remember watching this match with Michael Glavin
So mad.
in my basement, and it happens, and I'm literally
So fast.
I'm literally the guy on the screen, like watching this happen, and I'm standing up, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Brock did it, Brock!" Because I was cheering for Brock, knowing he was going to lose the whole time, and then he wins. And Michael's like, just shut the F up. Shut the F up. It's not over. Something's about to happen. Just shut the F up. He was so mad. And
Nothing happened.
he's screaming that something's about to happen. So we're watching the screen waiting, and nothing happens. And I'm like, Mike, it happened. He was furious. So I can't believe you chose this moment, because in the moment you were not happy.
The fact that you have a story about it is proof that it's a moment.
It is the top. It's the top 2 moment for me. That's on my list. Yep, absolutely.
Very nice.
John, Ryan, vote.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's on the list.
Okay. Undertaker streak over. Was that WrestleMania 30? Was that 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, we're
so old.
Oh, we're so old.
You're up, Jay.
Okay, I'm up. Let me see. This is more for me from my, era of watching. It's still newer. It was actually from WrestleMania 30, and it was when Daniel Bryan defeated the Authority and won the belts. I thought it was a great storyline, and I loved the yes moment. So that made my list.
He went through 2 matches that night. The first one was against Triple H, and then later in the show, Triple Threat versus Randy and Batista.
Yep. So that made my list of top 10 moments. I loved WrestleMania 30, one of the best WrestleManias of all time, which means I really think 40 is setting up to be a good one too.
Not a big Daniel Bryan fan. I'm out on that one.
Not better than Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, so no.
Wow.
Maybe
I'm going to say yes, because that was the culmination of a year and a half worth of storytelling.
Storyline, yeah.
I mean, that was week in and week out TV. So, yeah, it's a yes for me.
So it's going into the maybe pile.
Okay. Next, I'm gonna go a little newer on the next one for me, because I got some old ones on here.
Well, I figured you're just going to stick with all the old ones, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't have all old ones on here, but I got a few. But I'm gonna go with, this was one of my favorite ones, and I didn't get to watch it at the time, but I rewatched this WrestleMania and I loved it. Nature Boy retired by HBK.
WrestleMania 24. It's a great pick. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I love you.
Flair getting up for that one last, and he said, "I'm sorry," and just knocked it. It was great.
I would say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right, let's get the Icon versus the Icon match. Rock versus Hogan.
WrestleMania 18. That's a great pick.
Yeah, Hogan's in it. I'm in.
Definitely yes. Huge moment going back to WrestleMania 31. Seth Rollins cashes in the Money in the Bank in the main event of WrestleMania. First time ever happened.
I mean, it's a great gif. Seth Rollins running in with that. I like that one. I agree with that.
I'm willing to put it in the maybe pile. I'm not sold that it's on the top 10 yet.
Wow.
John?
I'll be honest with you guys. I don't watch a lot of wrestling. I probably missed out on 15 years here that we're debating, so I don't know where to put that, but I will not put it above Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, so I'm going to say no.
Maybe pile it goes.
Maybe pile it goes.
Okay. Just breathe, Michael. Just breathe.
How many do we have in 4?
We have 4 in, and we have 3 on the maybe.
Okay.
You're up, Jay.
Good. I was sorry. I was writing down the rules here. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Stone Cold joining forces with Vince McMahon against The Rock to
The Stone Cold heel turn?
the Stone Cold heel turn, where he joins Vince McMahon, which no one saw coming with their crazy rivalry, but it showed how desperate Stone Cold had been. And so that's when Jim Ross has his iconic moment of Steve Austin shaking hands with Satan himself.
Yeah, that's on my list.
No.
Whoa.
Once again, not more iconic than Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker.
To the maybe pile.
So to the maybe pile.
Wow.
All right. I'm
If
going
you
old
guys would
school.
like to move that to the yes list, then I can start voting.
The way it's going, it's going to make the yes list. Going to old school here for me. And this is a WrestleMania moment that people in the stands were crying during this moment. This was WrestleMania 7, the main event. Macho Man lost the match. It was a retirement match. And Sensational Sherry came out there, who was then his manager, and kicked his butt. And to the rescue was Miss Elizabeth, and they got back together, and he put her up on his shoulders. It was a thing of beauty.
What a beautiful moment for anyone who's born in the 1960s.
Macho Man and Elizabeth reconciled.
What match was it?
It was
Or which
WrestleMania 7.
It was Macho Man's last fight, right?
Yep.
I'll say yes. Macho Man's dead.
No.
Mike, you doing okay? You seem really upset right now.
I'm fine. Everything's great.
Jay, did you say yes to that one?
John said yes. Michael said no.
You can't
I'm gonna
watch
say-
that. You would cry, Jay. You watch you cry.
I'm gonna say maybe. We'll go with maybe, pal.
That's the first one I didn't get picked, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not very happy. I can't imagine how Mike feels right now. That's one of the ones I wanted on there. Pretty bad.
I think it was Stone Cold and Bret Hart, and Stone Cold passed out from the sharpshooter.
Ooh, I love
Yes.
Was that WrestleMania?
It was.
Yep.
WrestleMania 13.
I think that one. I remember seeing clips of that one. That was pretty cool.
What do you say on that one, Mike?
Maybe.
I say yes.
Interesting.
The Stone Cold. It was my next pick. Is the one I was going to bring up. I love blood streaming down his face. He won't tap out, and he just passes out.
I can't let it. It can't be a yes if Shawn and Taker didn't go on there. It's just an abomination of justice.
All right. I'll tell you what. Being there's so many... How many do we have on the list right now? 5?
We have 4 on the list.
Okay. I'm looking at my list, and there's only 4 in there. I'm willing to change my vote on the Taker-Shawn match to be in.
I agree.
Yes.
It is amazing. Yes.
We got 4 yeses on that now.
Okay.
Okay,
Undertaker
And then what
versus
about
Shawn
the
Michaels.
sharpshooter?
Yeah, now we're doing the sharpshooter one. Let me look at my list here. We're at 5. Yeah, I'm okay with that one.
I want it to go in the maybe pile.
Jay?
I voted yes for that. So we got 2 yeses.
3. I said yes, too.
So it's
Got
in.
2 in there.
It is in.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can't say no to Mike again here.
Yeah.
Mike, if you want to bring up one of your maybes, maybe we should vote on that one. Or if you have a better one, let us know.
So we're at 6. We got 6
We have
in the top
6
10?
on the list. We only have 4 spots left.
I'm going to go back to WrestleMania 31 again. I'm going to do a huge match that nobody ever would have thought would have happened, and that was Sting wrestling at WrestleMania versus Triple H with showings from the NWO and D-Generation X all in that match.
Sounds pretty epic. I've never seen it.
It's because John, you haven't seen it because it wasn't worth watching.
What about...
I think it was a crap match. I didn't
I
enjoy it.
haven't seen that one, and that's the first time I've heard of that being a moment or a great.
How
It's
did
not
they
top
not
10.
ever do Sting versus Undertaker?
It's not top 10.
That's what they should have done.
I thought he was going to re-bring up the Seth Rollins cash-in. I was going to be willing to say yes on that one because that one is pretty iconic. Not
Well,
the
you're up.
Sting match. That's
You're
not
up, Jay.
iconic.
John, what did you say on that last one? Did you say no or yes?
I mean, it sounds epic, but none of you seem to like it, so I'm going to say no.
Oh, that's out. That's eliminated.
Oh, it's not even on the maybe pile. It's gone.
There's
Sting
3
match.
no's. Yeah.
Eliminated. Can't even bring it back up.
Jay, you're up.
Let's see. Ooh, this was a great one. Edge spears Jeff Hardy off the 20-foot ladder. Do you guys remember that one? Jeff Hardy dangling from the tag titles, hung 20 feet above the ring. Edge scaling the ladder. Do you guys remember this?
Michael?
Pretty good moment. That one, that's top 10.
I think Michael
Maybe.
unplugged everything.
By
Oh.
God! By God!
I'm going to say maybe, because I don't remember what else is on your maybe list.
Yeah, I'm going to go maybe, too. I'm worried about...
Okay, we'll go
I
maybe.
think there's some good ones on the maybe list.
Okay, we can go maybe.
All right, so what, we got 5 on maybe?
I'd like to hear Michael's opinion on that moment.
Yes, that's now 5 on the maybe list.
He's not going to give an opinion. Michael's very mad. Okay. I only have...
We knew this was gonna happen. I'm so happy. This is how you guys feel when I get mad? Oh my God, it's so much fun.
I only have 3 more, and I feel like only one of these 3 are even good enough to make the list
Rapid
or
fire
the maybe
your
list.
3.
And
Rapid
it's-
fire your 3.
Okay. Warrior beats Hogan, WrestleMania
No.
6. It was probably, besides
Warriors
Hogan Andre,
suck.
the biggest match.
No,
so much
Warriors suck. Next one.
Such a good payoff.
Warrior couldn't wrestle. Next one.
And that match he could. He lasted. Anybody
Next
else?
one. Warrior
You don't get
cannot
all the
wrestle.
votes. Jay?
No.
I hate all you guys. I know Michael's going to say no. He's not even talking. Okay, the other 2 I don't think are good enough to make the list because of the maybes. But I had Brock Lesnar's shooting star press that he missed.
That is funny.
And 0 fans at WrestleMania. 0 fan wrestling card during COVID.
Okay. We
I'm
can
gonna
just
say
keep those
no.
off. Yeah, we can keep those off. I do like the Brock Lesnar one. I could put that on the maybe list.
Okay.
But not
Add
Warrior
that to the
Hogan, huh?
maybe.
I think if you look up lists, that's going to make almost every list. But
Not that I'm seeing here, big guy.
okay, does anybody have anything to add besides before we go? I mean, do we even? How many maybes do we have? Just enough to finish the list?
We have 6. We have 6 maybes, and we only have 4 spots left.
I would like to add Rey Mysterio winning
No.
the championship for Eddie.
I'm not putting Rey Mysterio on a top moments list for WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, it's out.
WrestleMania 16 was the three-way ladder match. This was the year before Jay's reference with the spear. This was the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardy Boys for the tag titles. This was the pre-match to what turned out to be the TLC matches. Happened at WrestleMania 16. Very
You think
iconic.
that was better than the spear moment the next year?
As someone who has seen the matches, yes. I also have WrestleMania 39. The prodigal son returns home. Cody Rhodes is back in the WWE. Shows up at WrestleMania 39 unannounced. Well,
We all do.
presumed but unannounced. And then I also have WrestleMania 37. Roman Reigns unifies the WWE Championship and the Universal title to begin his now 3+ year streak.
You want those over anything else on the maybe list?
I didn't say that. I just assumed they'd go on the maybe list.
I would say Roman to the maybe list.
Right. How's this maybe list looking, Jay? So let's knock out these last four here.
Okay, here we go. Maybe list. Daniel Bryan defeats the Authority WrestleMania 30.
Yes.
Seth Rollins cashes in Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Stone Cold joins forces with Vince McMahon.
No.
Macho Man reconciles with Miss Sherry.
Hell no.
No, Elizabeth.
Oh, sorry. With Miss Elizabeth.
Excuse me. Excuse my potty mouth.
Edge spears Jeff Hardy off the 20-foot ladder.
Yes.
Brock Lesnar shooting Star Press.
No.
And then Roman Reigns, WrestleMania
Yes.
37.
Yes.
My three of them that I think should be on there for sure is the Macho Man, the Stone Cold heel turn, and the Seth Rollins Money in the Bank.
Who did he beat for the Money in the Bank?
Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
He beat them both?
Yeah. It became a triple threat.
Yes.
Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank. We got 2 yeses.
Yes.
Yes.
Three. I said yes too.
So we got 3 yeses with Michael. We'll go 4 yeses with me. Seth Rollins cashes in. They just took number 7.
I say the Edge Spear next.
I say the Stone Cold heel turn next.
I say the Edge Spear. I mean, that's a huge moment.
Mike, that still puts a tables, ladders, chairs match in for WrestleMania 17 with the same 3 people. Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys versus the Hardys. WrestleMania
It's
17.
some of one, half a dozen or another. If one of them gets the nod, I'm fine with it.
So that's 3 yeses. Edge spears Jeff Hardy. Makes it.
I mean, I never said yes, but that's fine.
That's Michael, me, and John. 3
Oh,
yeses.
okay.
3 yeses, Ryan.
I thought mine was the only one that mattered, but fine.
Your yes doesn't mean squat.
Then
Right
I say
now.
Roman Reigns, because of his title run, should be next.
Well, but it's not just the title run that came in the future. He unified the titles.
Right.
Unified them on WrestleMania. He said at WrestleMania, I am unifying, and they combined and he melded them into one at WrestleMania.
There was like a big fire and everything.
I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
But I do remember.
You know how Dr.
I do
Strange
remember
does
Macho
this
Man
thing?
lifting Elizabeth onto his shoulders and crying like I've never cried before because it was the greatest moment in history of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
We're talking
and I can
about
see
Roman
that.
Reigns right now.
I can literally
We're
see
talking
that
about
every
Roman Reigns
weekday
right
on The
now.
Young and the Restless, Ryan.
We're talking
you
about
can't.
Roman Reigns right now.
No, you can't.
I say yes to Roman Reigns. I
Do you
acknowledge my
dare-
tribal chief.
There it is.
Are we just looking for one more for the list, Jay, here, or what?
We have
No,
2
this
more
is number
spots.
9. This is number 9.
2 more? So the Miss Elizabeth Macho Man. And then you guys can
We're not
decide on the
talking
last
about
one.
that. We're
You
talking
guys can
about
decide
Roman
on the
Reigns.
last one.
We're talking about Roman Reigns, Ryan. I say yes to the
Roman
tribal
is
chief.
not the Roman Reigns thing is not in my. It's not in my next two.
Okay. So that one we're throwing out, correct?
Well, we've got two yeses.
We need to wrap this up.
All right, we're throwing out Roman Reigns. That's gone. Let's cross it off the list. Now let's talk Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth.
No,
We have
it's
one.
a no.
No.
It's
We
a
have
no.
one yes.
You guys are ridiculous. Just because you
It's a
don't
no.
remember the moment.
Cross it off, throw it
It's on
out.
It's out.
Cross it off, throw it out.
It's out.
Now what's the next one?
Daniel Bryan defeats the Authority, WrestleMania 30.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
I don't know what the heck that is. What's the next one?
In the
What do we have
same
left?
night, Daniel Bryan beat Triple H.
I have
Randy
never even
Orton,
seen
and
a
Batista.
Daniel Bryan match, to be honest with
But
you.
here's what I'm telling you. In the same night, he beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista in the same night to win the unified World Heavyweight Championship.
What else is on the
Literally-
maybe list? What else is on the maybe list for us?
Stone Cold joins forces with Vince McMahon.
That's it?
Brock Lesnar shooting star press.
No, I don't like that one. All right, Daniel Bryan, yes, put it on the list. And then Stone Cold with the heel turn.
And then Stone
Yes.
Cold heel turns all that's left.
Yes.
I'm willing to debate number 10.
That's fine. We need to wrap up.
Miss
Throw
Elizabeth,
it on.
Macho Man. Number 10. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Come on.
Jay, give the top 10. Go.
We're going to pick right now between Stone Cold joins forces with Vince McMahon and the Miss Elizabeth. Macho
We already
Man.
know the answer. Wrap it
Miss
up.
Elizabeth,
I
Macho
choose Stone Cold. What do you choose?
Stone
Michael?
Cold.
Man. I chose Miss Elizabeth, Macho Man. John woke up
John?
and chose Chaos. Come on, John. Come on,
What
John.
what are we gonna do if I do Macho Man? Like, how do we decide what gets on the list?
We delete both of them and then Brock Lesnar
And
shooting
we just
star
do a
press
top.
makes
Top
number
9.
10.
Mr. Elizabeth Macho Man, put Lesnar on it.
Pure chaos. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
That's what we're
okay.
doing.
Read the top 10 in no particular order. The top 10 WrestleMania moments.
Okay, in no particular order, but we have an order. Number 1, Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant. WrestleMania number 3. Number 2, Undertaker's streak is over by Brock Lesnar. WrestleMania 30. Number 3, Mike, you're going to have to help me with some of these WrestleMania numbers. Ric Flair is retired by Shawn Michaels. I'm sorry, I love you. That was which WrestleMania?
I
24.
deleted it already.
24.
Yeah.
24. The Icon match, Hulk Hogan versus The Rock. I believe that was WrestleMania 18.
18.
Correct.
Number 5, Undertaker retires Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 26. Number 6, Stone Cold refuses to quit to Bret Hart. That was WrestleMania 13. Number 7, Seth Rollins cashes in Money in the Bank and wins. First time ever, WrestleMania 31. Number 8, Edge spears Jeff Hardy off of the 20-foot ladder. That was WrestleMania 17. Number 9, Daniel Bryan defeats the Authority, completing the storyline, WrestleMania 30. And then number 10, Brock Lesnar shooting star press mishap where he almost kills himself. And I don't even know what WrestleMania number that is.
That
gonna
was
Google that.
19, I think.
Oh, man.
He has
That's
never done
gold.
it since.
That's cool.
And honorary mention number 11,
Miss
Cody
Elizabeth
Rhodes.
and Macho Man.
Cody Rhodes
Thank you.
beats the tribal chief Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal
You're
Championship.
calling it right
WrestleMania.
now. You know it's going to happen.
That's what
Of
I'm
course he
thinking.
does. He's an insider.
With the help of Stone
He's
Cold
got the
Steve
script.
Austin and John Cena
What?
beating up The Rock on the outside.
What?
We need to
Oh,
wrap
that
this
would-
up so we can go watch some wrestling.
All right. That's it, cronies. Peace. We out of here.
I called for it and I wasn't ready for it.
Thanks for joining us today on the Man-Child Chronicles. You can find us on your favorite social media platforms at the Man-Child Chronicles. Don't forget to join us every Friday for a new episode. That's all for now. See you next time.